How did a group of floppy felt puppets become one of the smartest comedy shows ever made? Think about it. No CGI, no flashy effects, just puppets, a chaotic theater stage, and a frog desperately trying to keep everything from falling apart. Yet somehow, Jim Henson turned that simple idea into television history with The Muppet Show. And the truth behind it is far stranger and more brilliant than most people realize. It all started long before the famous theater curtains opened. Back in 1955, Henson created a green puppet named Kermit for a small Washington, D.C. program called Sam and Friends. But here's the twist. Kermit wasn't even a frog at first. He was basically a vague green creature stitched together from Henson's mother's old coat, a pair of worn jeans, and 2 ping-pong balls for eyes. That's it. No big design team. Just creativity and whatever was lying around the house. The frog identity slowly emerged years later when audiences, and even TV hosts, started calling him one. But success didn't come easily. In 1975, Henson tried to prove his puppets could entertain adults by bringing them to Saturday Night Live. The experiment, known as the Land of Gorsh, was a disaster. Writers didn't want to work with puppets. Some openly mocked the idea. Imagine pouring your heart into a project only to hear someone say they don't write for felt. That failure hurt, but it taught Henson something powerful. The Muppets couldn't survive inside someone else's show. They needed their own world. Even when he created a pilot called The Muppet Show, Sex and Violence in 1975, American networks still passed on it. Twice. Think about that for a moment. One of the most beloved TV shows ever made. Rejected not once, but 2 times. So Henson did something bold. He went to England and partnered with producer Lou Grade. That decision changed everything. When The Muppet Show finally premiered in 1976, it exploded with energy. Celebrity guests walked into hilarious chaos. Characters like Miss Piggy, Gonzo, and Fozzie Bear became cultural icons. And yet behind the scenes, the puppeteers were working unbelievably hard, arms raised above their heads for hours, necks twisted while staring at monitors. Some performers later needed multiple surgeries after decades of work. Still, the magic worked. By 1981, the show reached more than 235 million viewers across 100 countries. And then something unexpected happened. Henson ended it on purpose. Not because ratings dropped, not because audiences left. He simply believed the show had told its story and didn't want it to grow stale. That decision reveals the deeper lesson hidden in the Muppets' success. Creativity isn't about having perfect tools. Kermit came from a discarded coat. Gonzo started as a random puppet with no identity. The entire show existed because one man refused to accept rejection as the final answer. Sometimes the greatest ideas begin as something small, strange, and almost laughable. But if you believe in them long enough, they might just change television forever.